All right, so this one says select the quadratic function, which is with the graph that has the following features. So it has an x-intercept at 8, okay, at 8 comma 0. It has a y-intercept at negative 32. It has a minimum value at 6 comma 4, and then the axis of symmetry is 6. So I'm going to just kind of jot this down, and then we'll go from there. So if I graph it, way over here at 8 comma 0, there's a point. So we'll say that this is 8. The y-intercept, and this is not going to be to scale. Well, yeah, it's not going to be to scale. The y-intercept is way down here at negative 32. It has a maximum value at 6, comma 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. So it's got a point here, a point here. This point is 6, comma 4. This point here is 8, comma 0. This point here is negative 32. Whoops. This is 0, comma negative 32. And then it has the axis of symmetry. This thing is going to go. Now I already know that you're going to be amazed by this. The other x-intercept is 4, comma 0. How do I know that? Because my c term is the y-intercept. My c term is the y-intercept, right? So when we think of this as ax squared plus b x plus c, the c term is my y-intercept. This right here is my y-intercept. Well, what two numbers do I got to multiply to get 32? 4 times 8 will do it. But here's the other clue. My axis of symmetry is x equals 6. So if this line here is 6, and there's 2 spaces, 1, 2, and that's the axis of symmetry, then I got to go 2 spaces here, so this right here has to be 4. Okay? Now, what else can I tell from this? Well, if this is a maximum, right, because that's the max, that means that A has to be a negative number. And a fancy math way to say negative number is A has to be less than 0. So if A is less than 0 or negative, I'm guessing it's probably B. And here's why. Also, what is 4 plus 8? It's 12. Look at the middle term here. Now, how do I verify that? Graph it. So turn on your graphing calculators, okay? And let's graph it and see. So I'm going to go to y equals, and I think it is negative x squared. Remember to use the negative sign because you're not subtracting x squared from anything, so then you use the negative sign. Plus 12x minus 32. Okay. And I'm going to take a snapshot of that, so that way when you look at it later with your notes, you'll know exactly how Mr. Adams entered it in. Okay. All right, so now let's look at the graph. So actually hit the graph, and let's see if it hits all those points. It looks like it does. So I just need to verify the y-intercept occurs at negative 32. But yeah, this is 8, this is 4, my line of symmetry is here. I suppose I could zoom out. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to hit Window, and I'm going to go down to my y minimum. I know that it's got to be less than 32, so I'm going to put negative 40. And then I don't think it goes up that high, but we'll just hit graph. Now, I don't know if you guys want to count all those little marks, okay? But what we can do is we can hit the table. So hit second, graph, and then I can just scroll up until I get to negative 32. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. X is 0. So we're going to go to, I went the wrong way. We're going where X is 0. It should be the purple value, or the Y value should be 0. See? That's how you verify that. Okay, so we're just going to graph this. If you have this graph, do me a favor and hold up your calculator and show it to Mr. Adams so I can see and make sure that you have your graph in correctly. You guys just hold your calculators up like this so I can see it real quick. Well, I've got one student. Let's see those graphs. Uh-oh, some kids, thank you. Some kids, all right. 3 students so far. You guys, I'm trying to teach you this in addition to the math. I'm waiting for you guys to show me. Hurry up, enter them in. Let me see the graph. If you have a question, let me know. Why does it do what? I'll show you. All right, if you have a question, we gotta figure this out. You don't have the graph. I see. There you go. You gotta graph that in. Does everybody got it graphed? Bring your calculator up here if you don't have. Oh, I see what's going on. Some of you guys were playing around with the thing. There you go. Anybody else have any issues? There you go. Any other issues? All right, so the graph verifies what we thought, right? It looks just like our sketch. So then we know for a fact that it's definitely B. B is definitely the answer, right? So I'm going to leave that up there for you guys.